there are not many rocks I am under when it comes to planner stuff. But this one I was way under, so deep that I didn't even know Orostel made a daily planner until very recently. Hello everyone, I am Kristen Ennis of Life with Kristen, and let's get into this. Okay, so I don't want to, here's the thing. One thing I dislike about a lot of videos that I watch is people telling a story and taking forever to get to the damn point. Okay, so I don't want to take forever because I don't want to get on my own nerves, all right? So my best friend Jamie had asked me if I saw the new daily planners from Orostel. And I was like, well, no. I didn't even know she had daily planners. I went and watched the Instagram video and I was like, oh, she's coming out with daily planners for 2026. Then I saw that Orostel had said, oh, well, this is the 2025. I'm like, where the hell have I been? When did she? So I didn't even know Orostel had daily planners. Because a lot of times when I pick a planner that's working for me, I tend to stay in my little bubble. I don't really pay attention to other stuff going on because I'm a person where I can be easily influenced. I'm not ashamed to say it, okay? So when this was 50% off, I was like, let me take advantage of it. Let me see, if I like it. I got a B6, they didn't have an A5. And I'm kind of glad because I want to see if a B6 would work for me as an everyday planner or a catch-all planner. And I wanted to get this because a daily is definitely going to be in my planner rotation for 2026. It's just a matter of which daily, all right? And so I got this. I like the way it's laid out. Kind of reminds me of Paper Test Design with the way it's laid out. I'm not going to compare it to a Hobonichi because it's a completely different planner. It's not even apples and oranges. It's like fruits and vegetables. So I'm not going to be comparing it. This is just the first impression. I do plan on using this planner, decorating it, and planning in it because this is the perfect time for me to see if this could actually work for me. And if it does, that's great. If not, that's fine too. So let's get into it. First of all, let's get on to these stickers that she sent, which are really cute. Little sticker sheet of all the products that Orostel sells. So we have the cloud bag, and then we have the planner cover, the week's cover, all that stuff. This is really cute. This is cute. And I'll probably use these like in my journal or something like that. This is a little bit of deco. So that is cute. And let's get into this 2025 daily right here. And I'm excited because I always say, oh, I wish Hobonichi would create a B6. And my friend Brittany was like, oh, Sterling Ink does. And here's the thing, when it comes to me, and me only, I only speak for myself, I am typically a person where myself, and I, this is not a rule, you don't have to follow this, where I like all of my planners to be from the same company, same brand, whatever, because it's easier for me to shop when I need new planners. That's a me thing, it's a personal trait, you don't have to agree with it, it's perfectly fine. But I am not opposed to getting a different brand of planner if I find that one is working better. All right, so here we go right here. Here's the box. And let's open this up. I really like the boxes that Orostel Annie Plans does because it's just pretty. I like the ombre effect. All right, so let's open this up. All right, and there she is all in black, okay? All right, so here it is right here. That is the box. And so, yes, it's crazy the size difference between a B6 and an A5. Like, I would not mind this working because look how easily pourable it is. An A5 is not hard to pour around anyway, but a B6 is such a lot easier. There are times where I take my planner with me, especially if I'm traveling or on the go or whatever. I mean, I don't work outside the home, as we all know, but I am a mom. I do run errands. I do have to go places. I do have to make phone calls. I do have to do all the things. So I would not mind taking a planner with me if I needed to. It is what it is. All right, so let's get into this. All right, so this is the daily right here. All right, tells you the yearly overview, the daily, monthly, weekly, and this is what I really want to get into. This is what I really want to talk about because this is what made me buy this planner. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so we have your 2025, 2026, 2020. I mean, you got the future planning going on in here. You can really, especially if there are things you do once a year. If you do things quarterly, you can easily do, put some dot markers on here, color coordinate, do what you need to do. All right, and this is Tomoe River paper. And we have the January through June. A lot of people use this for like habit tracking. They may use it for like bills. They may use it for paydays. They may use it for, I never use these. I never do. There's always like a good intention to use them. The intention is to use them. I never do. All right, so we have July through December on these pages. Then you have 2 blank pages right here. And then we get into January. Now, the one thing, how this differs from other planners like Hobonichi's and like Sterling Inks, is that you have your month with your week with your daily. So everything is together. So all of January is going to be together, and then all of February, and then, you know, so you're not going to have all your months in the front. Though the months being in the front and then like the weeks and the dailies is not a deal breaker for me when it comes to buying a planner. But if I were to pick one, I would rather have my month than my weekly than my dailies, because it just makes sense that way. But like I said, it's not a deal breaker. And so we have these monthly pages. I mean, these monthly boxes are a pretty good size. When it comes to the monthly spread, I typically use mine for any appointments, any days my daughter may not have any school, you know, because I could easily have a doctor's appointment. My daughter can have a physical therapy appointment. She has scoliosis, so we're doing physical therapy. You know, my dog gets groomed. He may have a vet appointment because, you know, that's when you have a dog, that's what you do. And grocery shopping days, payday. So I only use it for like really important things. I decorate it, but I don't need a whole lot of space to write. But this is more than enough space for me to write anything down. All right, and then you have a blank page in between the months. So I'm not new to Aurostel. I've had an Aurostel planner before, so I am familiar with this. So we get these two blank pages right here. Then you have the month, and then you have these two pages right here. What I like about this can easily be an all-in-one planner. That's what I really like about Aurostel, because when I was using the weekly one, I would use like the weekly portion for my catch-all, and then like the blank pages I would use for social media and for wellness. And so I did not have to have any other type of planner. So this is a great option if you want to have everything all in one. All right. So then we have the weekly, and then you get into your dailies. Okay. So the reason why I said I was not going to compare this to like any Hobonichi planners is because you really can. They're completely different. So when I said paper test design, what I meant was, her planners are like this. So you have your weekly right here. You have this column, this grid column right here, and then you get into your dailies. Okay. I like this because I'm not really using a daily. I'm not currently using a weekly. I'm not decorating a weekly, but I am using it as a reference point. And it's a week on 2 pages. I don't necessarily need all of that space, but this amount of space right here could really work for me, because I just need to write down, okay, on Monday, I'm going to need to set the trash out, you know, and every other Monday, it's the blue can for recycling. And then Friday's my gardener is coming. And then, you know, say on Monday, my daughter didn't have school. I can write all that here, and I can just disperse it over my days. I don't need to write any repetitive things on here that happen multiple times a week, because it's not needed. But I love this. It reminds me of like the Hobo Weeks a little bit with this layout. And I love that Saturday and Sunday has its own space. And then you can easily write down, you know, just a to-do list for the week. Not necessarily on any days, but there's things you want to get done throughout the week. And you can delegate those to the different days. So I do like that. Okay, so you have 1 day per page on here. What I like about this is that you do have the hourly on here if you need it, but it's not so in your face where it's hard to not see, right? And what I love about this is the color of the paper doesn't matter to me, but I do love that there are no colors when it comes to the numbers, when it comes to the dates. Everything is gray, so no matter what washi or stickers you are using, it will all match. I don't have an issue with that now. The colors on the Hobonichi do not bother me, but this is, I like basically having a blank canvas. So you have your days right here. And then I do love that, you know, Saturday and Sunday get their own day. And then you start your week over. I love this. I love this so much because I don't have to be like, okay, let me go over here and see what the week is. And I like that the week is dispersed within the dailies. I absolutely love that. I love it so much. It's very, very nice. And I'm here for it. As I'm doing this video, I am just picturing how I would use this planner for everything that I need to do. And I'm looking at the size of this planner, and I really think this could work as a catch-all. This size, I really do think it could work as a catch-all. And if so, that is great, because, you know, as far as space-wise, it's not going to take up any space. As far as cost-wise, it's going to be a little bit cheaper. So, yes. So we can have that right there, and then every week just looks the same. You know, we go through. I just love this. And what I love about this, I love that this is blank up here. You can cover this up, put a date cover if you want to, put some washi, leave it blank or whatever. You can put like a quote up here, the word of the day. You can do so much with this. I really, really do love it. Your hourlies, I should mention, go from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So you have a lot of time in here. And there are some blank ones right here, so if you need to go further. But what's also great about these numbers, they're so light that you don't even have to pay attention to them. You can easily white these out if you wanted to. You can put a strip of washi down if you really did not want to see the numbers easily. All right, and so we just go through and every page is exactly the same. All right, very nice. And then we get into the monthly right there. I'm loving this. I'm actually loving this a lot more than I thought I would, and I'm so glad that I got it. So I'm just going through every single thing. And so every page, every month, every week looks exactly the same. So I just want to kind of get to the back. We are in July back here. It's a full year in a planner. I love this. You know, it's not two different books or anything like that. So I'm trying to get to the end. We are in December. And I like the paper. It's more river paper, so I like it, obviously. And I'm getting to, okay, so it goes to January 1st, January 2nd. So we're going into January of 2026, and it ends on the 4th. Oh, it ends at the end of the week. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so then we have some blank pages back here. Oh, we have a few blank pages. And I like this because, you know, look, I said I wasn't going to compare this to Hobonichi, and what am I doing? Comparing it to Hobonichi. Even though the Hobonichi is a daily, weekly, and monthly, you don't get any note pages in the back, no blank ones. And so I do like that these are back here because you can easily just write down things that you need to reference at some point in the future. You know, like I have a car, so an oil change, going to the car wash, how often? You know, property taxes and tags for the car. Like you can write those things on here, like you need to check on that, and this is when you need to do it by. So as a reference point, I can easily see myself using this planner for that. And that is it. I don't know how many notes pages are in the back. It probably says on here. Let's see. We have the yearly overview, monthly, weekly, daily. There is nothing on here. I'm pretty sure it says on the box. So it says one weekly overview, 7 daily pages to align. It's 1.5 to align with 1.5 inch stickers. Okay. It doesn't tell me how many notes pages are in the back, but I mean, it's more than enough with it being a daily planner, right? So that is it right there. I like this. I cannot wait. I have a B6 cover too. I cannot wait to get into this. By the time you guys see this video, I'll have already planned out the week and whatnot, and I will post a weekly and daily spread on my YouTube community page by the time this video goes live. All right, and that is everything. That's my first impression of this. I really like it. I cannot wait to come back. I'll come back within sometime in August, and I will do a review on this planner to see how it's working out, if it's working out or anything like that, because I can't predict the future. But I'm going to get out of here. If you guys are not subscribed, go ahead and do that. Hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a video. And if you have this planner, let me know, and let me know what you think about it. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.